facility. Thank Meigs for a wonderful lunch today, and Denzo for providing tablecloths. At this time, I would like to ask any directors and or representatives from United Way partner agencies to stand and be recognized for their hard work and commitment to our community. If you look inside the front page of your yellow program, please, you will see the leadership circle and meeting and promotion sponsors listed inside your program. And these are people who go above and beyond their United Way contribution to help sponsor events like this, so donated money for United Way does not have to be used. I'd like to thank those sponsors, and if you're here, would you or your representative please stand? Letters will be going out soon for the 2013 sponsors, so if you get one, would you please consider this opportunity. At this time, I'd like to recognize our United Way Board of Directors, and as I call your name, would you please stand? Sharon Brown, Ross Dodson, Barbara Peck, Amy Gooden, Charlie Clark, Brian Sosby, Kim King, Rob Mayfield, Laurie Hallenberg, Bill Buchanan, Brad Harris, Carol McNutt, Norma Barham, Alan Carter, Sean Lindsay, David Reimer, and Scotty Mayfield. Thank you for your commitment to United Way. At this time, we have 3 board members who are retiring this year, and I would like, as I call your name, to come up and receive the plaque, please. Charlie Clark, Brian Soulsby, and Alan Carter. We have 3 new board members coming on, and I'd like you to stand, please. Rhonda Whaley, the native Hustonian, Jason McConkey of Athens Insurance, and Randy Dunlop of John Messenger. I'd also like to recognize 3 very important people, for without them, none of us would likely be here doing what we're doing, and that is our Executive Director, Stephanie Linkus, and her staff, Darla Soulsby and Melanie Adams. Would you please stand? The fund distribution panel is made up of community members who donate up to 3 days of their time to review each agency application, who are applying for funding from United Way, must spend many hours in the review process. And if you look inside at your seat at the 2012 annual report, you'll see their names listed here. And if there are any members of the fund distribution panel here, would you please stand as well? I would like to do just a real quick 2012 in review and a few comments. We had a CEO breakfast this year, which brought together around 30 business leaders in our community to learn more about United Way. We had our day of caring with over 200 volunteers that helped clean, paint, mulch, various things at partner agencies, and we really do appreciate that. The YMCA received a grant to work on fighting obesity and encouraging healthy living in our community. And weekly you see an article in the DPA, and we're appreciative of that. Also, we want to thank the DPA. This is the first year that we've had an insert in the newspaper that we hope would increase awareness of what United Way does in our community, and gave information about the funding and the different agencies that we support. We want to recognize our continuing association with our partner agencies who work very hard every day in our community, dealing with problems that none of us sometimes even think of, and we're appreciative of what they do. This past year, we had our first Power of the Purse event. We raised over $4,000, and many of you contributed to that, and that will be coming up on April 26th, so be watching for that in the paper. We had a great campaign kickoff thanks to Anton Davis, who was a UT player, an NFL player, and starred The Biggest Loser. Our board continued their commitment to maintain high standards, and dealing with investing your dollars and community dollars, and we appreciate that very much. And we also are continuing our overall mission to provide an opportunity for a good quality of life for all of us. At this time, I'd like to recognize our President's Council Chairman, Ross Dodson. This is a 2-year term, and in Ross's 2 years, he's done a great job and has raised over $454,000. Ross, would you please come forward? He went out. He's on the phone. Yeah, he's still calling people. If your phone rings, answer it, please. I'll recognize him when he comes back in. I may have to go with Amy and Brad because he may be on a long phone call. At this time, I'd like to introduce 2 people who have been so enthusiastic, who have worked so very hard, who have volunteered, who have visited businesses and visited people, and they've spoken to employees, and they just have this really strong determination to reach our goal this year. And I would like to introduce our 2013 campaign co-chairs, Brad Harris and Amy Field.
Thank you, Kathy. On behalf of Amy and I, it's really been a privilege and an honor to serve as the co-chairs this year of the campaign. We've had a lot of fun. It's been a very humbling experience. We visited with individuals and businesses of all kinds, and we've seen an overwhelming amount of support for United Way. I think everyone realizes that's because United Way matters. As we said at the kickoff luncheon, you know, they get the money to the individuals who need it the most, and that's why I'm passionate about it. That's why we do what we do here, to raise as much money as we can for our partner agencies. Looking back on the campaign, I do want to recognize Stephanie and Darla and Melanie again. I'll be honest with you, they made it easy for us. Writing letters and sending mailers and all that, I tell you, they really make it happen. So I do want to recognize you ladies and appreciate you. One thing that really stood out to us, and let me just say, without the President's Council members and the pace setter organizations, this simply wouldn't be possible. So by no means am I taking anything away from those 2 groups. I mean, you guys make it happen. But the willingness for the lower income individuals in a lot of these companies to give, it was overwhelming to us. It really touched our hearts. It's just something that they do. They turn in their payroll deduction forms almost quicker than a lot of us do. And they really see the need in their community, and basically, you know, the support that they showed was just outstanding, and it really touched our hearts, which really confirms how important United Way is for our community. I think if we stop and think about it, we've got friends or loved ones, family members, some way, somehow, that have been served by our partner agencies, and that's why it means so much to everyone. At the end of the day, I can honestly say I'm proud to live in a community where we still care about one another. There's a lot of uncertainty in today's world with the country and things going on overseas, and you know, I'm just proud to be able to raise my family in McMinn County and know that they're in a safe environment and in an area where we still can raise money to help one another. So, you know, I'm honored to have served this year. Amy is as well, and it's been a fun ride. Now, for the news we've all been waiting for. If you recall, as she mentioned, Anton Davis was here. He's a big football guy. So let's stay with the football theme just for a minute, okay? Many of you probably know this, but I'm assistant coach on my son's football team, the mighty Riceville Wildcats. And actually had the privilege of coaching one of my best friends, Mr. Pat Priest. And one thing that we always tell the kids, whether it's running a hitting drill at practice, and especially on Saturday afternoons on the field, is you do not stop until the whistle blows. That's what we tell them. You do not stop a play, you do not stop a drill until the whistle blows. And something must have sunk in. We went 9-1 this year, so they had an outstanding year. But I'll be honest with you, as far as the campaign has gone, the whistle was about to blow, and we had not reached our goal yet. It's almost as if it was 4th down and goal from the 8-yard line. But as far as the campaign goes, it was the last day and we were $8,000 shy of reaching our goal. But so we really had to dig in, and I had to look at my own advice a little bit and take note and say, you know, we're not quitting till the final day is here, till the whistle blows. And I'm happy to announce that with the help of a few special individuals who made some phone calls and sent some emails and really dug deep in the spirit of not stopping, I'm proud to announce we reached our goal of $640,000, $318. It was close. I tell you, very proud of that, because I do know that a lot of the other United Ways that Stephanie talked with, they have not reached their goal. So again, we're very proud of this. It did take up to the very last minute, but hey, that made it interesting, made it fun. But we're certainly proud to have served in this capacity, and you know, hopefully we can keep the momentum up. This is 2 years in a row we've made our goal. Let's please make a commitment, everyone in this room, do it again next year, okay? It only makes our communities healthier when we do that. So, appreciate it. At this time, I want to ask all of the campaign volunteers listed in the program, if you volunteered in any way, anytime with the campaign, if you please stand up. They're listed in the... I think they're on this page here. 2012 campaign volunteers. If your name is there, please stand up. Once again, thank you so much. It's been a fun ride for me. I want to turn it over to Miss Amy now to present some awards.
We have 5 organizations that we want to recognize with some Spirit of the Community awards. And these awards are given annually to organizations or individuals that have demonstrated extraordinary commitment to the betterment of our community through their support of United Way. The recipients of these awards have had outstanding United Way company campaigns or have contributed in other ways this year. Our first award goes to a company with just under 100 employees who reached 100% employee participation this year. They had a 17% increase in giving over last year's campaign. So we want to say thank you to Athens Federal Community Bank. This company has video recorded our special events such as the campaign video, the campaign kickoff, the annual meeting, and the Day of Caring for many years. They video the Day of Caring volunteers at each partner agency location and work very quickly to have the DVD ready that very day to show when all the volunteers come back at the end of the day. We want to say a special thank you to Stephen and Betsy Pale and Haley Max Video Productions. Organization had a 28% increase over their previous year's campaign. They provided students who donated time to help review office lighting and wiring at the United Way office. Thank you to the Tennessee Technology Center. This organization had a 4% increase over the previous year's campaign. They are a true community partner by helping the United Way with numerous projects ranging from technology assistance at events to painting and other projects. Thank you to Tennessee Wesleyan College. This company had an 8% increase over the previous year's campaign. They make sure all United Way events are well publicized in the newspaper and always have special and unique fundraisers for the United Way as well as their regular company campaign. We are especially thankful to this company's representative, Greg Moses, for his special series on the United Way and its partner agencies, which gave readers a look inside the agencies and a chance to see their donation dollars at work. Thank you to the Daily Post-Opinion. 2013 campaign per capita leaders. They're listed on the back of your program. And as I read these out, I think Darla and Melanie will come around and give you a little briefing for your plaque. And Stephanie wanted me to mention too, if you don't have a plaque in your office, if you'll notify the United Way office, they will get you a plaque. Jackson and Runyon CTAs. You'll just raise your hand for them. Edward Jones, Jim Nilsson. Toomey and Baggett Eye Care Clinic. Capital Bank. Athens Utilities Board. United Way of McMinn and Meigs County. Cox Management. Athens Federal Community Bank. State Farm Insurance, Sharon Brown. Edward Jones, Murray Willis. Citizens National Bank. Athens Housing Authority. United Parcel Service. McMinn County Senior Center. Solon's Eye Care. Etowah Utilities. Southeast Bank and Trust. Athens Insurance Agency. Tennessee Technology Center. The Daily Post-Athenian. City of Athens. BB&T. Denso Manufacturing of Athens. Athens Regional Medical Center. Southern Hydraulic Cylinder. E&E Manufacturing. Athens City Schools. Resolute Forest Products. Athens McMinn YMCA. Shaw Industries. Tennessee Wesleyan College. Consolidated Metco. Athens Plow Company. And the Tri-County Center. And once again, we thank you for your support during this campaign. We'll try this again before the phone rings. Ross, would you please come forward, please? We'd like to recognize you for your President's Council work for the last 2 years. It's raised over $450,000, and we thank you for your outstanding work and contribution to the United Way and your dedication to health. We'd also like to recognize Brad and Amy with a plaque for their great success this year. It's nice to leave here knowing that we've reached our goal, and we're thankful to all of you for your part in that. And at this time, I would like to introduce our 2013 President, Rob Mayfield. Rob has served as campaign chair. He has served on our board, and he's one of the most willing and dependable people that I think I've ever worked with. If a phone call needs to be made, Rob has his phone out before anyone else. And so I would like to introduce our incoming President, Rob Mayfield.
I'm truly humbled to be your president this coming year. I can't say enough about Kathy's leadership. You've seen today how quick-witted and intelligent and calm under pressure. Ross, where were you? Obviously, Kathy has been a campaign chairman. She's been president and board this year. She was the Chamber's Business Professional Woman of the Year. She's a mother and had a wedding this year, and the school board, so many community activities, and we really appreciate the job you've done. I don't know how you did such a good job in working this in, but thank you. As Brad said, I've been lucky all my life to be surrounded by strong leaders, and in most things I've done, Stephanie and Darla and Melanie as United Way staff will definitely be an asset to me. Amy Gooden has agreed to be the vice president of the board, and Barbara Peck back here, stand up Barbara, is going to be our treasurer. So let's give them a big hand. The good news, I guess, is I don't have Paul Wilson's gift of public speaking, so I'm going to move right into the awards. The first one is the Joseph T. Fry Award, which is given to a United Way partner agency representative that exemplifies the community spirit, caring, and vision Mr. Fry demonstrated for many years. Mr. Fry was dedicated to this community as a father, businessman, and a community steward. His actions of caring and support were often done very quietly. He made a lasting impact on those who benefited from his generosity. This year's recipient began teaching computer classes at the McMinn Senior Center in 2004 and continues to teach classes today. It was due to his generous gift of time and writing ability that the McMinn Senior Center was awarded a $9,800 grant from the Verizon Foundation in 2007 and also provided an important upgrade to this computer lab. He more recently assisted in the facilitation of a second upgrade to the computer lab and has served as a board of directors of the Senior Citizen Center. While serving in this capacity, he revised a very outdated personnel policy. He's helped coordinate pancake breakfasts, emergency procedures, and assisted many other areas of fundraising and programming during his years on the board. His good works haven't been limited to the Senior Center. He's also been a very instrumental in obtaining grant funding for the Good Faith Clinic as well. I am pleased to present the 2012 Joseph T. Fry Volunteer Award to Mike Jacobs.
Thank you, Robert. Thank you very much.
Our next award is the James H. Wilson Award, and it is given to a person who is or has been a United Way board member or staff member and has provided outstanding service and dedication to the organization. Whether serving as an officer, a committee chair, or simply leadership while involved with United Way, this award is given in honor of James H. Wilson, one of the founding fathers of United Way in Meigs counties, and is a true community steward award. This year's recipient could not be with us today because of out-of-town obligations, so his award was presented earlier this week. He's done much of his work for our United Way behind the scenes and without a lot of recognition. Robert Goodfriend hasn't lived in Athens for many years, but he's not forgotten his hometown. He's helped secure many of our guest speakers and has been one of the 3 of our Alexis de Tocqueville Society leadership givers. He's also helped our campaign in years past by donating a percentage of sales from his goodie store one weekend a year. And many of the special fundraisers we do today are modeled after this. Mr. Goodfriend exemplifies the community spirit of the James Wilson Award, and we're grateful for his behind-the-scenes efforts on our behalf.
Our final award is the Dick M. Dyer Community Service Award. The Dick Dyer Award is a community service award given by United Way of McMinn and Meigs counties each year to an individual who exemplifies Mr. Dyer's exceptional vision and caring spirit for the community. As the first director of United Way of McMinn County, Mr. Dyer worked extremely hard to provide this community with services for meeting pressing needs. His vision and leadership made our community a stronger and more caring place to live and work. This year's recipient has made a positive impact on many of the organizations in our community. She has been a loyal supporter of our United Way for many years, both financially and by volunteering on the fund distribution panel. She is co-founder of the McMinn County Living Heritage Museum, the Museum Guild, and the Arts Council, Athens Area Council for the Arts Auxiliary. She serves on the Board of Trustees at Tennessee Wesleyan College and a board member of Citizens National Bank. She's an active member of the Democratic Women, co-chair of the Fried Green Tomato Festival, and co-chair of the Nyoda Depot Reservation Committee, plus many other committees in her church and the Nyoda community. She was named Mother of the Year in 2011, and she set a good example for her children, Paul and Meredith, as a good community steward because they also have given back so much to our community. Please join me in congratulating our 2012 Dick Dyer Community Service Award recipient, Nancy Wilson. The Dynasty Spa representatives, can you come forward? What a nice hot tub is out there. From all our donors, we select 10 names to be finalists for the drawing for the hot tub. And they are, this year, Courtney Burke from BD&T, Robin Carden from Southern Hydraulic, Liz Carman from Southeast Bank, William Davis from Denso, Tina Huckabee from the Daily Post-Opinion, Guy McGill from the Penn County Sheriff's Office, Annick Moore from Jackson and Runyon CPAs, Janie Morris from Athens City Schools, Randall Rivas from Athens Housing, and Matt Stansberry from Mayfield Dairy Farms. Randall Revis from Athens Housing. I'd like to thank everyone for coming. This is such a special event in our community. I heard Representative Fogarty on the radio this morning talk about Tennessee are the ranked number 4 in charitable giving across 50 states, and that says a lot about Tennesseans, and it's such a pleasure to be part of the Athens, Tennessee community. With that, we are adjourned. I might remind you of the Power of the Purse that Kathy started. Is a women's event to raise funds for United Way. That's April 26th. And June the 6th will be our Day of Caring. We are adjourned.
Thanks, Rob.